To become a better leader of tomorrow in just a short amount of time, subscribe to our Raj Shamani Clips channel.
You have a very strong take on work-life balance. I want to ask you more on that. Okay. We should have a work-life balance. What's it?
You should have a balance.
Okay.
But why do you want to have, there's so many words you should have a balance. You should have a balance on so many things in life. Of course, work-life, because you categorize that work-life balance into firstly thinking, I'm forced into doing something, which is why you're craving for that work-life balance, right? Most people are demanding a work-life balance. If you don't demand it, then you've got it, right? Now the question you may say is, no, but it's not in my hands. If I've got an unreasonable boss, which I'm saying, sure, 5-10% of us would be. The other people are, that's what you're doing. You need to reflect a little bit about your own time, your own approach to your work, your own level of what you want to necessarily do. The other part I firmly believe is when you want that balance, it's the small things in life that make the difference that can get you your balance. I remember having a conversation and we were in COVID and we were having a Zoom call and I was talking about 20 of my colleagues and we were at 12 and we were overrunning to 1:30. And I remember one of them put off the camera and I said, why did you put off your camera? He says, no, my mom's calling me for lunch. And I said, guys, just let's take a break. If your family is at home, this is the work-life balance that you should be doing. Spend that half an hour that your parents want to do with life. Then for the rest of the day, she won't mind if you were working till 9 o'clock in the night because beta, aake khana kha liya hamare saath. So I'm saying when you're looking at that balance, you should know how to figure out what it is that you're spending time on because you got to find your own work balance. And I know for a lot of people think it's not in their control. And I would say to them, most of it is in your control. And look, I mean, a job is also transient. If it's such a suffocating environment, move on. But that doesn't mean that you're looking for a 40-hour week or you're looking for a Saturday off or a 5-day week environment. Because anyway, on the 6th and 7th day, you're not totally switched off if you've got some level of ambition. If you've got no ambition and you want to go through life at a particular manner, nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not standing judgment or anything else. Then you just go and find that environment. But you might find it very boring. You might hit another frustration which you may not realize. So what am I doing with my life? Your midlife crisis may not be at 55. It might be at 38.
I don't know how to agree or disagree to this because there's some level of truth to it
But it's only a viewpoint. I'm not expecting an agreement.
I'm just thinking about it because when you're truly ambitious about something or even if you're slightly ambitious about something, you can't help but you end up thinking about it over the weekends as well.
Yeah. But I don't think in my entire life I've felt a disjointed part of it. And it's not, and neither has my family ever found me wanting. I think I do feel I've been a good son to my parents when they moved on. I was a single father for a long period, about 10-15 years of my life. But I don't think today my daughter feels at any given stage that I didn't spend time with her. But was I stretched about it? Yes. Was I having an audit committee meeting on the phone in between a lunch break when I was on a 3-day holiday with her alone as a single father? Yes. Did I at that time feel work-life balance? No. Was I in some privileged situation that says, nice for Ronnie to talk here? Not at all. Absolutely not at all. I was killing myself on a 14-hour day trying to make things work and pay salary to 30 people or 300 people at the end of the day. So, yeah.
And what's your take on hustle culture? Do you believe we should work extremely hard in the beginning of our years and then achieve that? Have you heard of a term called FIRE?
I've heard of FIRE, but I have not heard of the term called FIRE.
No. Yeah. So financial independence, retire early, something like. Does that mean right? FIRE is.
Thank God I've not heard about it. What does that mean?
So get financially independent very quick in your life, work really, really hard in the first 10 to 12 years of your life.
Man, if you just work really, really hard in your life, you think you can get suddenly financially independent? You must be kidding. That's like saying, I work for 10 years and I'll save up. No, it doesn't work that way.
That's what the FIRE means though.
Yeah, but there's no, which environment are you living in that because imagine going and having a job and saying, guys, I'm here, I'm willing to work 18 hours a day, but pay me double the money because in 10 years I want to stop working. So I want to earn double for every year. What's the formula? I've not understood. There's no formula.
So it's for more of gig economy, okay?
I understand. I'm not looking for the breakup. I get it. For a gig economy, I want to tell you that if you start figuring out that at 40 I want to retire, and there's nothing wrong with that thought process, but do you believe your propensity to earn by burning out for 10 years is going to be there? I'm not sure that formula will work. I'd love to see examples of that. I can see the intent of it. I'd really like to see some success models of that.
All of this is got coined after a very famous book called The 4-Hour Work Week. Right? And after that, a lot of people built a follow-up thing on this. And that's where the fire was, like, it caught up heat. Bas 4 घंटे काम करना है हफ्ते में.
But to preach it is one thing. To practice it is another. To live it for 1 or 2 years is one thing. To have a completion of 10 years and actually retire and have that report card, I'd like to meet some of these people. I really would love to meet some of these people.
So you don't believe in that, like just burning out yourself like for 10 hours, 20 hours every day?
Assuming that you do that, what's the end goal? I mean, just to earn enough financial balance to not work? I think your brain will have gone into this zone and then go to another zone, and you actually think there is a category and a compartment where because of that now you think you can sip a martini on the beach or have beer on the beach or do whatever you want to do. And I have no problem on early retirement, but I don't see that formula. I mean, it's a lovely cachet, and I'm sure people who believe in quotes and believe in going out there and listening to a lecture will be great, but use that formula in life and just picture yourself. It's at 40, what is your hangover you're going to have there? Like, it's okay in an athlete, right? I mean, you do that and you burn out and you're a football star till 24 and then that's your peak, or Sachin Tendulkar has peaked and is. But that doesn't mean that, does a sportsman think I've got to give it all? No, he's actually already thinking, what do I want to do in life after that? What do I want to do for giving up? So I don't have a problem with a 10-year calendar and then saying I'm going to change course. But to say I'm going to be a double course, I really would like to meet these people. So no, I've been socialized with that terminology, but I can't identify with it.
Okay, fair. Even I haven't met anyone, and I don't believe in fire
met anyone at the end of 10 years. You can meet anyone during the 2 years. That's the honeymoon period.
No, I've not met anyone at the end of the 10 years. I've not. And I don't even believe in this because I believe in designing life from day one the way you want it for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
I am ambitious person. I love working towards something. So I prioritize certain things, but at the same time, I love talking to my mom. So even though I live away from her, there is not even one day where I don't speak to her.
Yeah, but it's like taking steroids, if you ask me. And steroids gives you lots of side effects. It's a little bit like these 80 people in Silicon Valley that you talked about a little earlier. I want to do this and I'm doing that. I mean, I'm thinking, like, calm down, guys. At some stage, something's going to hit you and then you'll want to do Vipassana.
Oh.
Thank you so much for watching this clip till the end. For more such amazing, insightful clips, please subscribe to our channel.